And good evening and welcome to high school basketball on Zulu Sports and presented by the Demetrious Charitable Foundation and Public Access 981. Boy, talk about the atmosphere for high school basketball. We have it here tonight. Hello, everybody. With Demetrious Johnson, I'm Kevin Pulley, and on tap tonight, it is the Vashon Wolverines and the Wildcats of Westminster. DJ, so glad to be with you, man. We are here for a high school basketball game showdown tonight.
Yeah, this is a very interesting dynamic that's going on because you're going to have to look at both of these teams. You got a team that's very good. Westminster is very, very good. Solid team, wants to play at a high level. And what's interesting, they call Vashon and say, we want to play you. We got an open schedule, and it doesn't need to be a home on home. So what is that telling you? Westminster wants to really prove and let everybody else know that they're the real deal. Vashon, on the other hand, they lost a very difficult game against East St. Louis High School. Need to rebound, getting ready for the playoff run. When you start getting ready for the playoff run, what you do? You take your game, you go to another level. Now they're ready to play. It's going to be very interesting to see how it gets going.
Boy, you said it there, DJ. And like you said, getting ready for district, you play some tough competition. And talk about these Wildcats of Westminster, talking to their coach, Coach Ribble, Dale Ribble before the game. They've won 15 straight, DJ. Last time they lost the game was last year, December 29th, against the Smet, who you and I saw last night.
Yeah, no question about it. And you know, that tells you a lot about this Westminster team. For them to come down to Vashon and pick up the phone and call, say we don't need a home and home. We want to play you on your court. Does the mystique of Vashon go away? Have it gone? People are not scared to come to the house of the V? Or is Westminster that good and they say, hey, we're confident we can play anybody, anywhere, at any time?
Well, I think Coach Tony Irons is ready. He always has his Wolverines ready. Talk about them, DJ. Let's start first over on the Westminster side. You have to start in their backcourt. Their sensational junior guard there, Kobe Williams, just an outstanding player.
Yeah, Kobe Williams is a kid who can score, man. He can score at any time. He got the ability to make plays. The thing that's really impressive about Kobe, he creates his own shot. He don't need anybody to set picks for him. He can create his shot, and he has that ball awareness on the court. He knows where it is, how to place it, and how to put it.
And his partner on the side of him, the forward spot, Kason Lawrence. DJ, to say it mildly, he can shoot that thing, all right? He's tied for the area lead with 91.3 3-point field goals made this season.
Now, that's big time. When you can shoot three-pointers, and the game has changed, the dynamic of the game has changed, because three-pointers is an integral part of the game today. If he can shoot three-pointers and make them and knock them down, that tells you a lot about his skill set.
Over on the Wolverines side, Kennard Davis Jr., he's going to be a threat inside for Westminster. He can score, and the Vashon Wolverines will need him to score tonight.
What I like about Kennard Davis Jr. is he's just a workhorse. Against East St. Louis, he worked inside. Anytime they needed a basket, they go inside to Kennard. He made things happen. He's very active around the rim. He's going to make some nice plays for him.
And speaking of making things happen, in that backcourt at Vashon, Trey Williams, man, talk about speed. We saw some speed last night in the game, but that Trey Williams is all over the court, and he penetrates, gets everybody involved in the offense.
Yeah, Trey Williams has the ability to make things happen. Very good ball handler. He's the floor general. He sees things that we can't see. He sees things before anybody else can see. He is that good of a player and a very good ball leader.
DJ, we're going to get locked in, as you would say, locked and loaded for this one, because the crowd is really beginning to file in. And these two teams, they are ready to go. We're just a few moments away from the player introduction. So we also remind everybody, of course, you can check us out, check out the broadcast on 96.3 for the Lou, right online, DJ.
The Odyssey, yeah, you can go to the Odyssey page and check it out. We're happy to have a partnership with Hot 104.1 and 96.3 the Lou for our broadcast. So it's always good to go on the streaming system of an Odyssey program.
Man, that is great. So you got us on the Odyssey stream. You got us here on Zulu and Demetrious Johnson Foundation. So it's just a great time, and they're just about set to tip this one off, DJ.
Ready to go to work. I'm looking forward to it. Should be an exciting opportunity here.
We'll set those starting lineups for you here, too, as we get things rolling here, as we get the opening tip. And the Wolverines in white get the tap, and they'll control it. And they'll bring it up the court. We're underway here. Vashon and Westminster. Westminster in the gray. Coming out early with that man-to-man defense is Westminster here right now. They're going to go inside, and that was blocked as trying to get to the hole that time, and having a shot block was Kennard Davis. We talked about him. That time, shot blocked.
Yeah, the thing Kennard Davis wanted to do, he wanted to create presence early in the game. You see how he attacked the basket. Good defense by Westminster.
So Vashon with the basketball, early going. 19-3, the record on the season. They're coming off a huge win. They put quite a victory over Miller Career Academy in the Public High League. After we saw them last Saturday, DJ, against a very tough East St. Louis, and they fell by 9 in that game. So the Wolverines trying to get something opening. Oh, steal here. And we're going to get a whistle as E.J. Williams made the steal, but he slides and travels.
Very good participation and anticipation by E.J. Williams. He gets the ball, get in the throwing lane, takes it, almost get an easy layup, just slipped and slid on the floor.
So the Wolverines will bring it back here. Early going. This is Nicholson. Jaden Wilson in that backcourt with Trey Williams. Up front they have Kennard Davis. We talked about him. Along with Anthony Sanford. Here's Trey Williams from the corner. That one will miss. And a good rebound. Taken away by Westminster. Goes out of bounds. That's Austin Vick making a play. Vick was the one who got the block on Kennard Davis before.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about just a good rebound. Inside, you can see the strength of this Westminster team. I mean, they're big and long inside.
DJ, it looks like Vashon's going to play tough and tight all the way up the court. Going to really pressure Westminster here.
That's what you have to do if you're going to play against this Westminster team. You got to put some pressure on them, make them make quick decisions. Don't give them great backdoor to that.
Oh, wow. I'd like to say great feed from Vick as he made the feed to Kobe Williams, and we get the foul here.
Well, Kobe Williams is their primetime player. This kid can play, y'all. You talking about can drop it like his eye. He can shoot the rock. Kobe Williams does a good job going backdoor and get fouled.
And he makes good on that. And he kind of reminds you of like a receiver getting open, DJ. Kind of hard to cover him.
Yeah, I mean, he's very active. That's the thing that makes him special, his ability. When he don't have the ball, he moves around.
Second shot is good. And the Wildcats of Westminster get on the board here first. Westminster, as we said, in the gray with the blue trim. Wolverines in their home white. Very tough at home, DJ. This is not an easy place to come in and play. So when you talked about the beginning of the broadcast of Westminster making that call to play, that says a lot. The shot from the outside from Sanford for Vashon misses. And here comes the Wildcats back.
Kobe Williams get a good rebound and just get it up court. I like this kid, Kobe Williams. If you've never seen him play, folks, he's worth the price of admission.
And he turns that one over. Kobe tried to make the pass inside, and Vashon Wolverines pick it off.
Now, these two teams met last year in the state finals.
Big shot from the outside goes down from the Wolverines. That's that one from Nicholson. Jaden Nicholson with the big three-pointer.
Yeah, man, that was a great shot by Jaden Nicholson. I mean, he squares up. This is his court. He knows the baskets. He knows how the floor feels, and he shot a nice three. Great shot.
Great shot, and the Wildcats turn it over, and Wolverines will have it here at the 5:16 mark of the first quarter. It's the Vashon lead by 1. Nicholson, who just hit that big three with it now for the Wolverines. And, boy, talk about some contact. And Westminster gets it. They're getting physical early, DJ.
Yeah, I mean, you see the officials are like they're letting them play.
Here's a long three from the outside. Will miss. Here's now. Oh, wow. The basket is going to count, and the shot was good. Caleb Thompson with a big shot, and he gets the and one.
Yes, sir, big fella. You talking about a guy who made a great shot. That was a great shot. He gets fouled, and watch this, folks. Watch the strength. Kiss it off the backboard, young fella. Good shot.
Wow. He got a good push and still was able to keep his composure and hit the shot.
Yeah, and that's what you have to do. I mean, showed his strength and his athletic ability. He was falling away and still was able to kiss it off the backboard. Big time shot.
Sam Vestal, number 12, now checks in for Westminster in the game. And the second shot from Thompson is good. And Westminster will regain the lead here. 4:44 to go, first quarter. Vashon and Westminster. Here's Sanford. Boy, that was stolen away by Buchanan. He's going to go to the hole. Can't get it. But there's a battle for it. And let's see, Vestal had it. The tie-it-up is going to stay with Westminster. They're really anticipating the pass that time. And Matt Buchanan of Westminster kind of read that one.
Yeah, what you see the youth of this Vashon team. Although they've won 19 games, you can still see how young they are, making uncharacteristic mistakes that they normally would make when you have a coach Tony Irons team. They make a lot of mistakes early, and they're not really good with handling the ball.
Kobe Williams will shoot an air ball this time, goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Wolverines basketball.
I can't remember the last time I said Vashon is very young and not that experienced and nervous when they get the ball. That's not a Vashon team, but this team right here is a young team. They got a lot of future ahead of them.
This one from the outside for Vashon. That one will rim out. The shot missed on the outside. And back the other way now comes Westminster as Hills. That was De'Ara Hill on the shot.
That was a great block out by number 12, Vestal. He does a great job in blocking out. Unbelievable block out.
Traveling call against Westminster. Tonight's officials are Rodney Reeves, Darrell Pope, and Aaron Mitchell for tonight's game. 3:45 to go, first quarter. 2-point lead for the Wildcats of Westminster. Mosley in the game. He had a nice game against East St. Louis a week ago. DJ, remember him? Went off the rim. This is Mosley with it now, and it goes out. It's going to stay with Vashon. Mason Mosley.
What I'm appreciating the hands of both teams. Both of these teams are moving around. They're putting hands on the ball, doing all kind of things that you want. It's a very active team. This is going to be a very good game, folks. You need to buckle up.
3 minutes and 27 seconds to go, first quarter. Demetrious Johnson, Kevin Pulley. Glad to be with you for the broadcast. Jaden Nicholson. Here's Mosley going to the hole. He's going to be fouled. And he'll get to the line. Let's see who's going to call this one on. Checking to be sure. He may have called it on Cason Lawrence. And that will be team foul number 1 against Westminster. So it's going to be on the floor, D. Boy, I tell you, look at this defense of Kobe Williams. He's really D'ing up Nicholson right now.
Yeah, I mean, this Westminster defense, I mean, they move their feet. They got great mobility, great hands. This is a very good team, y'all. Folks, buckle up. This Westminster team is tough.
And let's remember, DJ, they beat the number 1 team in the area, CBC, and CBC had a 15-point lead in that game. At one point, Westminster came back to win it.
And it tells you that they're very resilient. That's what it tells me.
Here's De'Ara Hill from the outside. Hill missed on the shot, but the rebound taken away by Stovall. Now Mason Mosley missed. And the ball is going to be Westminster's.
On that rebound, he should have went right back up and shouldn't even have brought the ball down, because when you get the ball at that high, he had an opportunity to get it and just touch it off the backboard. It brings it down, but that goes to tell you and show you the inexperience of this Vashon's team. Although they've won 19 games, they're still young and they're getting better.
So Westminster brings it back, 2:30 to go in this first quarter. Tight one right now, Westminster by 2. Oh, nice speed, cutting to the basket. Kobe Williams.
Man, that was a nice play by Kobe Williams. The thing about Kobe, he knows how to get open, does a great job getting open, go down, back cut, bam, kiss off the backboard for 2.
Looks like Dale Ribble might see something on that backdoor cut with Kobe Williams right now. DJ.
Yeah, because Vashon is extending the defense and overplaying the passing lanes, and you get an opportunity to always have those backdoor opportunities.
Mason Mosley, here is Anthony Sanford. He missed from the outside, and here comes Westminster right now. They're going to spot up for one. And just that one off as Kason Lawrence showing why he has 91 three-pointers. Missed that, but inside, they get it to go down as a strong play inside the paint. Austin Vick making the play, getting the bucket in the and one.
Oh, man, that was a big-time play. Man, watch this right here. Look, give it to Austin Vick inside. Watch this jump. Get it in there for two. That was big. That was a big-time play by him. Showed some strength, showed hands. Great job by Westminster.
6'8". He's got good size inside. DJ Austin Vick working against Anthony Sanford of Vashon that time. And now Westminster, the lead at 6 points. And miss on the free throw. 1:34 to go, first quarter.
And what you're seeing on the defensive end here, you can see, hey, Westminster's playing man-to-man defense. They playing straight-up defense.
That time, Mason Mosley got called for the double dribble.
Yeah, Mason Mosley was going up to take a shot, but then you had Matt Buchanan goes up with him. He's going to block it, and he brings it down. Watch this. He's got the shot wide open. He brings it down. Oh, my goodness. Boy, I tell you what, this Westminster defense is swarming. They're all over the place, making this very difficult for the Vashon Wolverines to get an open look. And Tony had to slow his team down. And the thing about playing in these kind of games, you're playing with a lot of emotions. You're at home. You know, you beat this team last year in state finals. Westminster is coming to say, hey, man, y'all beat us last year. You shouldn't have. We're going to come in your backyard. You know how they say don't go to the V? We're coming to the V. Let's see if the myth and all the historics they talk about the V, is it true? Because we're coming in your backyard and we're going to play. And right now, Westminster is playing a superb game.
And talking to their head coach, Dale Ribble, before the game, DJ, that's what he talked about, is extending their defense. He was very concerned about his transition defense and being able to slow down the Wolverines.
Well, I tell you what, he's doing very good right now. They're moving their feet. They're getting in the passing. Oh, that was beautiful.
Nice dribble and drive to the basket by Caleb Thompson, but they missed, and we get a whistle here.
Caleb Thompson does a hesitate dribble, like he's going to go out, comes back in. He missed the shot, but that was beautiful. That was beautiful. He didn't finish, but he was there to finish. Great ball handling.
You know, in watching tape on Westminster, DJ, the thing that impressed me about them is they don't seem to get rattled much because, like I said, they were at CBC, jumped out 15 points on them, but they just kind of, okay, we're going to calm this thing down, you know.
And, you know, a lot of times a team, when you get confidence, when the confidence go and you start getting the momentum going, man, that's a lot for you.
All right, so 54.3 seconds to go in this first quarter. It's a 6-point Wildcat lead over the Wolverines of Vashon.
And they called a foul on Kobe Williams. They saying that he held. This is a physical game.
He's getting tired of it. He and Nicholson are really going at it. Now we get another whistle.
You can see in right now the youth of Vashon because they're getting, you know, kind of disoriented, discombobulated with the pressure that Westminster are doing. Westminster puts the full court pressure on them, making it very difficult for the Wolverines.
This is Kobe Williams, and looks like they're going to get a whistle. Ted Nicholson, he has really shown Nicholson some of the repertoire of his moves here, DJ.
No question about it. That's a hard matchup right there. I mean, when you talk about guarding Kobe Williams, that's very difficult because he got a whole repertoire of moves and shots.
Here's when they try to go low, getting it to Vestal, and they throw it away. Wolverines will get the possession with 34 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Mason Mosley on the dribble for Vashon. Boy, that one almost, they're doing an excellent job of getting in those passing lanes.
Exactly. They extending their hands. They're getting their arms, getting out there, and they're moving their feet. That's the key what Westminster are doing. They're moving their feet, putting themselves in position to make it very difficult on the Wolverines. And, you know, I'm telling you what, for them to come in here and aggressively go after Vashon like this, boy, you got to give Westminster coaching staff and the entire team credit.
Down to 9 seconds for the Wolverines to work with here in this quarter. Shot is good as Nicholson gets it to go down. And time will run out here on quarter number 1 with the score. It is Westminster by 6. And DJ, some thoughts on that first 8 minutes?
Well, the first thought I thought is this. I was wondering how Westminster going to come and playing in a very, difficult environment. Playing in the V, the legendary V, coming down in the city. And these kids don't normally play in this area. They come down here and they act like they're right at home. It has not been anything to make these young men from Westminster feel that they're afraid to play, and they're playing at the top level. That's what I can appreciate. The level of play that Westminster is doing with Vashon is unbelievable. And when I look at Vashon, you're at home. You lost a big game to East St. Louis a week ago Saturday. Now you come back home. You got to redeem yourself of one of the top teams in the area. Can you do it? You got the 19-3 team, Vashon, playing a 23-1. Lost only to Smet. That's what makes it very difficult. That's what I can appreciate.
So if you're on the Vashon side, DJ, in the huddle, what's Coach Tony Irons saying right now?
Well, if I'm Tony Irons, I'm telling my team to stay composed. Just keep your composure about yourself. Everything is going to be okay.
That's right. Well, we've been in these situations before, and, we know how to climb out of it. And certainly he's got to think that. And, of course, just a week ago, we saw Vashon really take it to East St. Louis early, and, of course, they were able to get their composure and get back in the game.
No question about it. So, these two well-coached teams. Tony Irons, he didn't win all these championships for no reason. He won them because he could coach. He's been in all kind of difficult situations. The thing about Tony Irons' team, this team, the Vashon Wolverines, they don't have that one guy that they normally have. They got a bunch of young guys. The future is truly bright for Vashon, and they are going to compete at every time they get an opportunity.
Here's Sanford for 3 for Vashon. That one will come off the back iron and miss it, and Westminster the rebound with Thompson. People will say that Tony Irons has done some of his masterful coaching job because he does have a young team, DJ, and have them at 19-3 playing that national schedule that they play.
Yeah, you got to agree with that because they play on a national schedule. You get exposed to some good opportunities. But, Westminster coming in like this is our house. This ain't the Wolverines' house. It's Westminster house.
Austin Vick on the 2. Here is Nicholson from the outside. And Vick the rebound. Right now, Westminster taking the advantage on the glass, too.
And go back to the earlier shot that Austin Vick hit. He had a nice drop step. He gets a good post position. Kissed it off the backboard for 2. That was a great job by Austin Vick.
Say another matchup to watch, too. We got the Williams brothers, EJ and Kobe. You got Trey Williams going against EJ, the older Williams brother. That's quite a guard matchup, too.
No question about it. These guards, they play at a high level. They understand the game. The thing that I appreciate about both of these teams, their basketball IQ is at another level.
Another backdoor cut. This time Caleb Thompson under the basket. He's trapped under there, and 3 seconds is going to get him. Got in there with the trees. It was in trouble, right?
Yeah, nice backdoor cut by Williams. However, just the response by the Vashon basketball team, Stanford, he comes over and makes it very difficult for Williams to make that shot. Good recovery by Vashon.
6-point Westminster lead. 6:25 to go, second quarter. Vashon, that one was Mason Moses getting back there to get that ball, almost got away. Here's a quick one, and that one will rim out for the Wolverines as Antoine Robinson couldn't get it to fall.
What I've been impressed with Westminster, their ability to not allow Vashon to get many second chance shots, second opportunities. They're doing a great job blocking out, staying on the board, and making it very difficult for the Wolverines.
Here's Vick, who's had his way inside and can't get the roll.
I like the drop step. He does a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar jump hook.
And we get the whistle here.
They throw the ball away. Vashon's got to calm down. Got to get back into what they can do best.
I'll tell you what, right now, Austin Vick has made himself really at home in the paint, too, as well, DJ. Looks like he's very comfortable in there right now. So Vashon will certainly have to have an answer for that.
Well, Vic's got some long arms. I mean, he's long leg, but his arms, oh, man, this makes him really long. The thing I like his basic fundamental skills, his ability to get the ball and work underneath the basket. A lot of times big guys now want to shoot threes. He understands his role. He understands what he needs to do, and he's doing it well.
Caleb Thompson makes the feed. Williams, and he gets the roll.
Nice cut by Kobe Williams. He cuts off that end, comes down, slice, have a wide open layup. That's a good shot. Good execution by this Westminster team.
Early on here, Kobe Williams looks like he's everything he's been advertised to as well here.
No question about it. Kobe Williams, I mean, you talking about the Wolverines, and at their home, I tell you what, folks, Westminster making it feel like this is Westminster home.
I think some of the shots that the Wolverines have taken aren't the ones that Coach Irons normally would have them taken. And look, again, that's credit to the Westminster defense here.
No question about it. We're talking about the Wolverines. I'm going to tell you, it seems to me as if it is the Wildcats' home, the Westminster Wildcats. They've come in and done some things that is really just impressive. Watch this here. Watch how you get the ball. He makes the cut, the back cut, and look at that, the easy layup. Very good move. He gets to it, and that's understanding the dynamics of where you are, how to make your man rub off that screen, the pick, slide down to that right inside the box area, and kisses off the back. That was a great execution by Westminster. Westminster offense, folks, is running on all cylinders. It is hitting at high level.
Those backdoor cuts, man, just some of the old Indiana days with Bobby Knight, DJ, the way they just making those cuts and getting into that backdoor, getting it in.
Yeah, and what's Westminster been able to do against the Vashon Wolverines is take them out of the game. They are making Vashon play their game. Cut, backdoor cut, taking away some of the up-tempo game that Vashon like to run and making them play half court. And half court, Westminster got some very good players.
That's a great point you're making because the Wolverines haven't had many chances to run.
No, and they play right in the strength.
Here's a steal by Stovall if he can control it, and he does. Here's Trey Williams for three. Tipped out, and it's going to be last touch by the Wolverines. And so the Wildcats will have it.
Yeah, I would have never thought I would be at a Vashon Wolverine game and they're down, only scored 5 points in the first, quarter and a half. I would have never thought that. And right now, that's what's happening because Westminster has extended their defense. Like Coach told you, we need to extend our defense. We need to make it very uncomfortable for Vashon, and they're doing it. They made it very uncomfortable, and they're taking Vashon out of their game rhythm and taking their game and playing it to the maximum.
And again, not to keep talking about it or harp on it, but this is what they did to CBC in the second half. They slowed that game down, and they forced them, another high-powered team, to play at a pace that was comfortable for them.
And only way Vashon gets back in this game, they're going to have to attack the basket like that.
And that was a good attack there by Stovall, who's going to find himself at the free throw. Cameron Stovall.
Yeah, Stovall is going to have to really attack the basket, go to the basket aggressively, make things happen. You're not going to beat this Westminster team by shooting three-pointers, particularly because they're not hitting. Now you own all cylinders, you're hitting three-pointers, a different ballgame, but they're not on all cylinders.
And Austin Vick has had his way with the glass and the rebounds, too.
Yeah, I mean, inside play from Westminster has been just unbelievable. I mean, number 20, Austin Vick, has played at a big level, getting rebounds. And, thinking like his fundamental games is great.
So, tough break for the Wolverines to go 0 for 2 this time with Stovall from the line. And with 3:52 to go in the first half, Wildcats will have the basketball.
Well, you can see why Westminster is 23-1, I'm sorry.
Oh, my goodness. That's that rain from Cason Lawrence we've been talking about, DJ.
Oh, my. He shot that from Grand and Cass. He shot alone, and the young fella dropped it like it's hot. Oh, my goodness.
That was Grand and Cass. He dropped it in, and I don't know where the player he was tied with is on the stat sheet, but he might be in the lead in the area in three-pointers after that. Although the answer comes back, though, as the Wolverines answered with Kennard Davis, and we talked about him at the start.
Big shot by Kennard Davis. They're going to have to knock those shots down because you're constantly giving Westminster. When you get an opening and you're 23-1, you beat CBC, you beat DeSmet. They're trying to pull the trifecta. What is that?
Chaminade as well.
Yes, I mean, they are beating everybody. This team is pretty freaking good, y'all, and they play at a high level. And you watch these guys, oh, my goodness, they can play. Well-coached team.
Westminster with the ball now. And they got it, Buchanan. 2:50 to go. It's Buchanan from the corner. That one's short.
Buchanan shot that shot from almost outside.
Stovall, big shot for the Wolverines.
Yeah, that's 2 in a row. Vashon gets nice intermediate jump shots right between the three-point and the free throw line. Big shot.
And this one is stolen away, and we got a whistle as the Wolverines have turned up the notch on the defensive end, D.
Well, they're going to have to turn their energy level up because you're playing against a very good team. Westminster is a very good team. You got to turn your energy level up, get the opportunity to play against them very aggressively. If you don't do those things, Westminster is going to beat you because they can run the tempo game, they can slow it down, or they can just play very methodical. They have 3 traits of game opportunities how they can move.
It's an inbound. 2:24 to go in the half. Here's Stovall again. Three-pointer knocks it down for 3. Stovall heating up.
Yeah, that was a big shot by Stovall. He had to hit that. Now Vashon is down by 4 points. That's a good feeling by them with 2 minutes to go in this quarter. That was a great shot. You needed something like that.
And they might get Harris for the foul on that one. Looks like he may have picked up the foul. Landis Harris, number 5.
Watch this shot right here. And you're talking about making a shot. That's what you have to do. Bam, you got to be able to knock that shot down. Stovall was able to do it. He got a good look and squared up and knocked it down.
So Vashon in the 1-and-1 now as E.J. Williams, the brother of Kobe Williams, at the free throw line. E.J. the senior, Kobe the junior. Stovall coming back, scoring 7 big points for the Wolverines to get him back close in this game. Williams making good. The lead at 6. Good battle, tip, and it's going to be Westminster ball. They've just been so strong off the glass. As you said, D, they're doing an excellent job of blocking out tonight.
And that's what's impressive to me when I see Westminster putting a body on a man. And that's all you got to do. You don't have to be the biggest. You don't have to be the strongest. You can be fundamentally sound. And Westminster has put on a clinic this first half in how to play fundamental basketball and be good at it.
Oh, Kobe Williams. And I said the ball was tipped, though.
Yeah, Kobe's about to jack that 3, baby. He was looking to shoot that one.
Oh, wow. And it's going back the other way. They called for the offensive foul that time?
I thought it was a 5-second.
Was it 5 second?
Yeah, call on that.
That time was really good defense by De'Aaron Hill. He kind of said, okay, we're going to play defense this time on Kobe Williams.
No question about it. One thing you can do when you got a guy like Kobe Williams who can play, and you're playing at Vashon, you can try to force him psychologically to get in these one-on-one matches. And if he don't hit, you get an opportunity to come down and make a transitional basket.
1:29 here to go first half. Westminster with a 6-point lead. They've led by as many as 9. Nicholson. Certainly not giving the Wolverines a lot of space to operate with. And here's a move inside, and the roll goes down as Nicholson got that one to fall.
You see 2 type of cheers. You got the Vashon crowds cheering, and the Westminster side is saying, oh, he walked. I thought he got away with a walk, big man.
No Euro step, huh?
4-year-old them.
All right. Oh, good feed. E.J. Williams on the drive. Can't get it to fall.
But I like that execution. Cuts to the basket, just missed the layup.
Here's Mosley from the outside. Won't go. Thompson the rebound.
Boy, that was a huge opportunity for Vashon to bring the baby back into three. The wide open three from the corner.
Wide open is Williams. Missed it. Vashon with 14 seconds. Mosley, and boy, look at the hustle on the floor. Look at that. Here comes Williams. Kobe Williams going to the hole. Can't get the roll. That will wrap it up. Boy, that last sequence, a lot of moving and falling on the floor, contact, and guys just going after it, DJ.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you want. I mean, this game is going to go down to the wire. It's 18-14 at halftime, but you better imagine and you better put in your mind that we better buckle up. It's going to be a long haul in this game coming down the pipe.
All right, we're going to take a break. Westminster up by 4. When we come back for the second half, going to visit the legendary head coach of the Vashon Wolverines and 11 championships, Floyd Irons. You're watching Zulu Sports and high school basketball presented by the Demetrious Charitable Foundation and listening on Odyssey. And welcome back. We're at halftime here at Vashon High School. We're at the half right now. The Westminster Wildcats lead the Wolverines of Vashon by 4. It's been an exciting ball game. Kevin Pulley with Demetrious Johnson, and we are certainly enjoying bringing you the game. And DJ, right between both of us, we have a legend, and
the legend.
I just let you take him there.
The living legend, man. I mean, this is one of my close friends, man, and I want to say I appreciate what he did for the city of St. Louis. I mean, when we talk about legendary coaching and bringing pride to a city that needed pride at times when we didn't have it, Coach Irons, man, it's an honor having you, man. How you doing?
Hey, DJ, I'm blessed to be here. You know, I've talked to you recently about some of the things that I've gone through physically. So just to be able to be here and enjoy this game it's a blessing. You know, God is good.
No doubt about it.
Believe me.
So let's talk about it, Coach. I mean, you're here watching Vashon playing against Westminster, legendary coach. Your son is the head coach. What's going through your mind?
You know, one, it's kind of difficult for me to sit there and not be able to run down there and want to say certain things to him, but you know, they have to fight through it. The only disappointing thing that I have is the fact that how many times, DJ, have you ever come back in the past and seen a crowd where the opposing team got more people in the stands than, you know, kid-wise than we have. Most of our people who follow us for years has been the alumni, and we've tried to get the kids back involved. You know, this is kind of ridiculous to me. You know, it's kind of heartening to be able to see the opposing team with more fans than we got. But all in all, you have to give, you know, Westminster a lot of credit to come in here and to want to play a game and to plan as well as they're playing. You know, there's some things that I think that some adjustments going to have to be made at halftime. You know, I think that Tony's allowing them to get comfortable in what they're doing, and you're at home. And when you're at home, you know where all the knives and all the guns and all the whatever is. You're supposed to play like you're at home.
Right.
You know, I think the wilder the game it is, the better it is for Vashon. But if they continue to allow them to control his tempo, it's going to be a long night.
Coach, I know one of the things DJ and I were talking about is, of course, you go back over the years, 11 championships, you seem to always had that player, that go-to player, so to speak. And of course, this year, Tony has a very young team. Many people would say he's done his most masterful job because they are so young, and they might not necessarily have that guy where you say when the game is on the line, you give the guy the ball, and he has them 19-3. They play a national schedule. They haven't lost any games in the state of Missouri. So talk about the job that he's done coaching the team this year.
Well, you know, I think he's done a yeoman's job because he's got only one senior on the team, and that senior plays sparingly. And another thing, you know, the fact that Tony does not have what I consider a Tony on the floor. His eyes and ears and somebody that can actually run the ball club and from the point guard position. The good thing about it, he's young. He's very competitive, and DJ and I have talked about it. You know, he's done a great job with having not a marquee player. Next year maybe will. And then you're playing against a team that's senior laden. You know, they played last year in the final. They got everybody's back, and to be able to be 4 points down is still a plus. It's a long game. I'm sure there's going to be some adjustments made. And again, DJ and I talked about earlier how he thought that Tony has done a miraculous job for what he's got, because we're used to seeing some of those Division I, some of those Joe Sheltons and Jimmy McKinney type players on the floor. Well, we don't see them right now, and hopefully, you know, he got strength in numbers.
Yeah.
I just have to ask you, did you ever, of course, Tony won a championship himself as a player at Lutheran North, but could you ever imagine that he would someday take over your program and be winning championships here like this?
No, I never imagined that, but you know, I can understand it because since he's been born, he's been around it. He's been a part of it. So, you know, with saying that, it makes me feel good to see that whatever I did or whatever we did, it kind of stuck with him, and he found him a niche, and he's enjoying doing what he's doing. And I'm proud of the fact that, you know, he's molding young men more so than, you know, developing basketball players. He's molding young men, and when you look at the ranks of kids in the college level, you know, he's got several kids that are real playing right now and doing very well.
Yes.
So,
That's right.
you know, we're all the fathers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, DJ sent me something the other day that if you'd have told me that Taylor wanted to be a pilot.
I know. That's unbelievable, man.
You know, when you look, but I'm not surprised because watching Taylor grow up, she's probably the one that bucked the system, DJ.
No doubt about it. No doubt. Yeah, she's been a different one. But, Coach, before we go, let me just ask you this question. What would you tell, if you had to tell Tony how to make the adjustment, what would you tell him to do?
I tell him he's going to have to switch defenses. Right now, they're playing at their tempo. They're also playing a lot comfortable. I think that if he switches up zone defense, trap, the wilder it gets, I think the better it's going to be for him. So he's going to have to pick up and probably in the second half he's going to make some adjustments in terms of switching the types of defense. He's done a good job on number 22 now. That number 22 kid is right now. But I don't know how long he's going to be able to stay bottled up.
He's leading the area in three-pointers.
But he's a good player too. You know.
Well, Coach Irons, man, it is always an honor to talk to the legend.
Yes, sir.
Coach, legendary Coach.
And I appreciate
Floyd
y'all
Irons,
doing
thank
this,
you.
man.
Oh, it's an honor for us to be here.
It's an honor, Coach.
And thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you so much, Coach. All right, that's the legendary Floyd Irons, the longtime Vashon head coach and winner of 11 championships here, DJ. And I know the fans probably didn't hear it, but just before we started, a gentleman was actually thanking him for what he'd done for basketball and in the city. I think he said he was from Beaumont from years ago.
Yes, it's amazing. I mean, walked up to Coach and said, hey, man, I want to thank you. You know, what you did for St. Louis, the city, and these kids. I mean, that's true. Like Coach Irons or dislike Coach Irons, you cannot argue the lives he's changed.
No question about it. Right now, back in the game here, second half underway, and Westminster with the basketball. And Coach was talking about Kason Lawrence, and he just had the ball there a minute ago on what he can do. And now Vic trying to post up inside, and that one was short, but Thompson is there, and he's fouled.
What's happening, Westminster is getting to the ball fast. They're making plays. They're showing more energy getting to the ball, and they get into it fast. Vashon's going to have to put a body on these guys, block them out, and be able to change the dynamic of the game. Like Coach said, you're going to almost have chaos. I mean, I don't know if Westminster want to play with chaos because they're a very disciplined team. They can play the half-court game, but pick your game up and make them play chaotic football, basketball.
I think the former Mizzou coach Mike Anderson used to call it, was it organized confusion?
Exactly. And Nolan Richardson used to call it, what, 40 minutes of hell?
Right.
That's what we need right now.
All right. So we're back at it. It's a 6-point lead now for Westminster. 7:15 to go, third quarter. And we get a quick whistle here. It's going to be against the Wildcats. Let's see. I believe they're going to call that one. They check the player and see they're going to call that one against Westminster.
I want to say this. That halftime conversation was brought to you by Hot 104.1 and 96.3 for the Loop.
Great to have you listening on Hot 104 and 96.3 as well. Jair Hill with it, jump step. This is Kennard Davis trying to get to the hole, and he's fouled. He's going to have to do a lot of that, too. He's their leading scorer, DJ. They're going to need Kennard Davis Jr. to get to the basket and attack it like that.
Yeah, I agree, because it's going to make Vashon will make a run in this game. They are going to make a run. You could believe and you can bet your money on it's going to be a run in it. How does Westminster respond to the run? I mean, like Coach Irons continues to say in my mind, chaotic. You know, you got the meaning up-tempo, make it uncomfortable for Westminster.
You also mentioned about switching your defense to man-to-man, the zone, the trap. This one's going to stay with the V right now.
And you can see Vashon is getting to the ball a little better now. I mean, they're doing things now that they weren't doing earlier. They're moving around, trying to get to the ball and getting the extra shots that they wasn't getting in the first half.
I thought that was an excellent question when you asked him, how would he attack him? And this from off the rim, battle for it. Wildcats get it. Kobe Williams. Very impressed by this Westminster Wildcat team, DJ. You can see why they have that record of 23-1.
No question about it. The thing I like about Westminster, everyone understands their role. They know how to play their role. They know what to do. They got very good pick and roll. Their offense is a motion offense. They're continuing to move, backdoor cuts, coming off picks and screens. I mean, this is a very well-coached team.
Caleb Thompson working out against Davis. You can see Vashon, looks like they have more jump in the leg in this quarter, D.
No question about it. You can see the energy levels picked up in Vashon, big time. And they caused a turnover. The energy level is picked up, so you can tell, now when it's come to finality, that's when the game starts a little differently. Westminster just called a timeout.
Coach Dale Ribble says, okay, let's regroup and talk this thing over, right?
Yeah, and let's see. I want to show the folks, watch how when you watch on the defense, look how Vashon is swarming the ball now. They wasn't doing that at the first. I mean, you had one-on-one matchups by themselves, no help, but they came and trapped the ball, and they slid everyone else over by the trap, and they forced a turnover. That's what Vashon wanted to do. When Coach Irons talked to us at halftime, talking about creating chaos, that's what he meant, making them make decisions that they don't feel comfortable making.
And I think he kind of alluded to that too, DJ, that maybe Westminster's getting a little bit too comfortable in the Vashon house.
Yeah, they were. I mean, Westminster was able to do whatever they wanted to do at any time they wanted to do it. They pass, shoot, rebound. They did all the basics, and they did it easily because Vashon was playing not with a lot of energy in the first half.
I like the way Coach said that too, DJ. Say, when you're in your own house, you know where everything is.
Yes, no question about it.
You don't let everybody just come in and like they know the house better than you, right?
No question about it. And I'm telling you, Westminster took this game on, folks. They called Tony Irons and asked Tony Irons, do you have an opening in your schedule? If you do, we got a game. Would you want us to play? We would come to your house. This is not a home-and-home situation. Most of these games will be when teams play like this. This is Westminster coming and saying, hey, we want to prove that you beat us in the state. It was a fluke. Yeah. We want to show that we've beat CBC. We beat Chaminade. I want to beat Vashon. If I can beat the big boys like that, we've made it. And I give Westminster coach credit. Did a great job, and they're playing well.
And, credit to Vashon. They want to keep their record intact as well. They haven't lost in the state of Missouri. I mean, their losses came to teams out of Philadelphia, out of Kansas, and East St. Louis over in Illinois. They haven't lost in Missouri.
That's got to be a good feeling, but it's also got to be pressure on you, too. Now, you can see how the extended pressure that Vashon is putting up on the players now. You saw that. Just created a nice turnover because they extended their pressure. Watch this. He comes up top. He forces – look at the defense on both of those guys in that triangle right there. Great triangle defense. Good job by Vashon.
Last two trips up the floor for Westminster have resulted in turnovers for the Wildcats. Oh, boy. Had a good drive, but the pass was too far away, and they couldn't get it where they wanted to get that one to. Trying to get it to Niquan Kern, part of the Kern family, DJ.
Yeah, I mean, Nicholas Kern was a great player for the Wolverines for a long time, and he had his son to play here, a great player, went to Georgetown. I mean, oh, yeah, they are playing a lot different now than they did in the first. Both teams, particularly Vashon, who's extending that pressure.
Here's Davis from the outside for three. Can't get it to fall. Tip battle. Wolverines get it. Here's Nicholson for three, and he nets it.
Man, that was a big shot by Nichols. I didn't even think he was going to make that shot. Wow, that was a heck of a shot. Gets the ball from the corner, picks it up immediately, just shoots it, and he drops it.
Nicholson with the big shot makes it a 2-point game with 4:05 to go, third quarter. And you called it, DJ. I mean, Vashon is really – Tony said had that talk at halftime, and they're extending that defense.
Yeah, they are, and that's what you want. You want them to extend the defense. Now they're getting in the passing lanes. Watch this. He gets in the corner right here. Nicholson, bam, he just drops it. He shoots it with a lot of care. The thing I like about the follow through, and now the energy to Vashon. 3-point shots like that give you energy, make you want to continue to play at a high level.
There's Lawrence out high for Westminster. Under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Really a lot more hands and defensively footwork taking place now. And they're going to call a block here. Going to get Davis for the foul.
Now, I can tell you something on that one. That foul right there, I don't know if I don't know if I have to call that foul. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I have to call that one.
3:37 to go, third quarter. Once, and we get another whistle. They're going to call this one on Stovall, and this time it looks like Sam Vestal is down for Westminster. He looks like he's definitely in pain.
Yeah, may have hurt his ankle. Looked like his ankle. He may have hurt his ankle on that one. I can tell you something. He had a great position on the ball. He was in a nice situation to get it, and looked like it was his ankle. I can't see that. I don't know if we got a replay on that or not, but it was hard to see when he post up in that area.
Yeah, he was trying to get position, and then he went down. And again, things have really tightened up defensively here, and he's getting up. Looks like, that's Westminster's Sam Vestal, 6'6" senior.
Yeah, and I tell you what, he would be a major loss. I mean, he's a heck of a shooter. I mean, he's averaging 3 points a game. However, his body and his presence has been very important in this game.
Yeah, he's been a big six-man right off the bench for them.
No question about it.
I hope everything is all right with him and that injury that he left the floor with right now. 3:27 to go here in the third quarter. It's a 2-point ball game. Westminster by 2. They once led it by 9. Wolverines have had to battle back.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, in their own home, but they battled back. That's the key of resiliency of Vashon. Boy, they had one right underneath the basket. He missed him. I mean, he came up wide open. Kellum Thompson.
Wolverines on the steal. And to the basket, and the steal as they'll get to the basket. A great defensive play on the other end, and going to the free throw line for the Wolverines. They'll get there with Stovall.
Yeah, and watch the pressure. This is what we're talking about. Look at the pressure that Vashon is putting on them. They didn't have this kind of pressure earlier. Hands are moving, feet are moving, and able to take it down the basket and get fouled. But now you see the energy level has extended the whole court.
There's Stovall with an opportunity to tie the game up now.
And that's big. I mean, for the momentum to change that drastically is huge, because Vashon did not play good in the first half, and now it's a tie game in the third quarter. That's huge for Vashon.
Stovall gets us that tie, 3:16, and got to feel good, Vashon fans, to battle back to tie this game up with the way things were going, and a big lead by Westminster going back to early in the second quarter.
Well, this is the time your big-time player got to show up and make big-time plays. Kobe Williams, he's got to show up and make some plays.
And he's showing it right there by getting to the free throw line.
Yeah, and what I want to show you this about Kobe. Watch when he get it. Watch how he dribbling the ball. Look at that. You see how aggressive he went to the basket, and that's what you want him to do. He is that kind of player who can make plays. Having that kind of ability, you want him to be aggressive and go to the hole like that.
And missed on the first free throw. Again, he was battling with Jaden Nicholson. He and Kobe Williams have been locked up all afternoon, and so they get the foul there.
And Kobe, he's a 66% free throw shooter. That's one thing he can tighten up in his game. Mm-hmm. You're talking about court awareness, ball awareness. He has those things.
Makes good on the second. 14 foul against Westminster. 3 on the Wolverines right now. Here's Mason Mosley, and that shot was blocked as it was a good effort. And that was blocked by Buchanan. And back the other way comes Thompson, and he's fouled. That's all started by the block of Buchanan on Mason Mosley. Mosley thought he had a wide open look.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great block right here. Watch this. He thinks he's got it. A wide look. Oh, yeah, that's good effort going to get it. The young fella got up and blocked it, and then hustled and created the turnover to get the ball. That's great hustle, man. That's great hustle.
Block the shot, then end up on the floor and make a pass for the transition. That's
great hustle, and that's a guard.
I know you've always said in the past, when you see those kind of efforts, that's from a player bringing his lunch pail to work, right?
No question about it. That's good response on the run that Vashon had, and Westminster came back and made it happen. I mean, you can see the intensity level is picked up on both sides.
Lawrence outside, Davis going inside. He's going to be on the floor that time as the crowd, the Westminster crowd, do not like that one as they called that one on Austin Vick.
Yeah, I think it was a very good call. And the reason why, because Austin Vick was not set prior to him taking the movement. He got set after he took the movement.
Here's Stovall from the free throw line, knocks it down.
That's a nice stroke by Stovall. And that's your game. Most players now, they're losing that intermediate game. That right there, that was a good trap opportunity for Vashon in that corner if they was looking at it.
Matt Buchanan having some trouble with the ball, almost stolen away, and it's going to be Wolverines basketball.
Well, you can see the intensity levels picking up now, folks. Oh, my goodness. Here the intensity level going now.
Yep, you can feel it as we edge closer and closer to the end of this third quarter toward the final one. Here's Mosley. Oh, pass out. The ball moving now, Stovall. And Tony Arndt's going to take a timeout, DJ.
Yeah, I like that timeout because you can see the rhythm wasn't there. It seemed like they was getting chaotic like Coach Irons wanted them to be. So if you're Coach Irons, you may have wanted to keep that chaotic yeah, the chaos going.
Now, did he mean the chaos on the offense and the defense,
right.
or just on the defensive end?
I'm thinking both. I think you can't have one without the other. I think you got it on offense, you got to have it on defense also.
Yes, everything just chaos.
Yeah, just everything chaos, and make Westminster not play within, their comfort zone.
So, of course, that, and again, I remember Mike Anderson saying if you play out of control, you play with, he wouldn't say out of control, but with confusion, it makes your opponent want to speed up and play out of confusion, begin confusion as well.
I can see that. What is confusion? Is that a Chinese proverb? I don't know, but there's a lot of confusion just now. They got to call a timeout.
Yep. At that point, I guess it was just a little too much for Tony. He wants the timeout.
Oh, that was confusion.
Confucius. Right. Confucius.
There you go.
Right.
Confucius.
There you go. That's
not
it.
confusion. I got you.
So this is a tremendous ball game. And, of course, we know you're listening online. We're glad to have you listening on Hot 104.1 and 96.3 for the Lou R&B. And on all of our platforms, DJ is glad to have everyone participating in this outstanding game today.
Yeah, you knew it's going to be a great game. Both of these teams are great teams. You got a Vashon. What the interesting thing, Vashon's not lost to anybody out of the state of Missouri. Westminster is 23-1. Only lost to DeSmet.
That's it.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. That's good basketball.
Good DeSmet team, of course, we saw last night. This is Vashon working. Mosley thought about the three for a minute. 1:21 to go in the third quarter. Davis for three. Can't get it.
Yeah, he had a nice look. Good rotation on the ball just when they will knock it down. That's what you want. You want that motion offense and able to shoot it.
Here's Lawrence for three. That one will miss, and the Wolverines come out. They've got numbers. To the hole, Stovall scores!
Big-time basket by Stovall. He got a long pass, and watch this. He gets hit, kiss that baby off the backboard, and still drop it down for an and one.
So Stovall puts the Wolverines up top with 56.3 seconds to go. First lead since early in the first quarter that the Vashon Wolverines have had.
Wow, I can't even remember the lead. It's been that long. You sure they had the lead?
5-3, I think.
Oh, my goodness. It has been a long time since Vashon has gotten the lead in this game.
So credit to Coach Tony Irons and his Wolverines for battling back. Stovall makes good on the and one. It's a 2-point lead with under a minute to go before the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, this game is going to go down to the wire. We know that because that's the intensity and the opportunity of both of these teams.
Here's Austin Vick on a drive and the scores, and he's going to get an and one.
Yes, sir. Austin Vick, y'all, they called an offensive foul on that one.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Can we see that one again? I'd like to see that one.
The Westminster fans do not like that
Yeah,
call.
watch this. Let's see right here. And if he's in motion. Oh, yeah. You know, that's a pretty good call.
Yeah, Mosley had good position.
Yeah, that was. That was a good call.
It was.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, we saw the repeat on that. That was really a good call on that.
Yeah, I think if they had seen our great
the
job
replay,
by our
yeah.
crew,
I mean,
Ed
yeah.
Ryder and the crew.
Our crew, Ed and the guys, I mean, great job. That was an offensive foul.
And get the officials, because we're tough on the officials, DJ.
Yeah.
They were on it.
They were.
Give them credit.
They were on it.
Vashon with the basketball. Under 20 seconds to go. They have a 2-point lead, and the whistle's going to go against the Wolverines. Westminster will get it.
Yes. I mean, you know what? Normally you could say, hey, the calls are going a certain kind of way. In this game, I don't see that indication, folks. I'm telling you, I really don't see that indication. I think the game has been called pretty balanced.
Yeah, that was it. A lot of Mason Mosley just standing there and take that hit too, DJ. This is Kobe Williams, and he's fouled. It seems like the Wolverines have made an adjustment on Kobe, because Kobe was kind of doing what he wanted to do too. In that first
I mean, I think they throwing more bodies on him. They putting a little more pressure on him. They bumping him a little more now. They're making him work for his two. In first half, he was very comfortable doing whatever he wanted to do. Right now, he's not able to do that.
That's good. Makes it a 1-point game with 3.8 seconds. And the Wolverines, again, you've seen them with the energy they came out in the third quarter. And you may have seen just a hint of what was to come when Nicholson hit the big shot right before the end of the half as Williams ties it up here. 3 seconds to go for Vashon before the end of the quarter. Here's Nicholson for a three, and that was going to be short. And that'll wrap this third quarter up, and we're tied at 25, DJ.
You know what? And this is what you call par for the test. You know what I'm saying? Because both of these teams are great teams. And for them to be 25-25 going into the fourth quarter, the last quarter, that's what it's all about. Because now, guess what? It's all or none. And that's what you wanted to see. And everybody came to see a very competitive game. Although neither team is really playing at a high level to me. You know, I mean, for them to have 25 points going into the fourth quarter, offensively, neither one of those teams are really playing at a high level in terms of getting the output they want in terms of scoring. However, this is what it's all about. We knew it's going to be a very difficult game for both teams. You got bragging rights on it. You got, emotions on it. You got records on it. You have a lot of things that you can do in this game. But the beauty of it, I'm going to tell you how Westminster benefits from this. Going into the playoffs, they are playing in a hostile environment. They're playing in unknown territory, and they're going to be able to compete. Now, Vashon played at East St. Louis the same way a week ago from the date. Now, both of these teams are used to playing in those hostile, strong, difficult environments. Now, it's going to be very interesting to see how they play this fourth quarter out.
All right, and we're just going to get going here in this fourth quarter. Very large Westminster crowd in the house. Coach Floyd Irons alluded to that, and they have let their presence be felt here at Vashon's gym.
Yeah, Westminster said, we're not going to let y'all outman our players.
So 7:46 to go. We get a quick whistle, and this one's going to go against Westminster. The team foul situations right now, 17 fouls on the Wolverines, so 1-and-1 opportunities for the Wildcats. 7 apiece. Both teams in the 1-and-1 now, I should say.
Yeah, 7-7. I mean, it's been balanced calls in terms of the fouls. When you got 7-7, I mean, one team don't have a big disparity of fouls than the other.
And that's what you like to see. So Stovall at the free throw line. He's been perfect this afternoon from the line.
As soon as you said that, I knew you was going to jinx the young man.
I shouldn't have said that.
Great job, Kev.
I shouldn't have said that. My apologies to Stovall, right? All right, we're tied at 25. Kobe Williams, nice pass to his brother, E.J. Williams. Shot from Thompson, Caleb Thompson from the outside.
Yeah, that's a nice shot by Thompson. He was able to get inside. I mean, he was right on that three-point line, his foot was, but he was able to drop the ball. That was a great look from the corner.
2-point lead now. They're going to call it a 2. Yeah, you said it, D, right on the line. 2-point game. Nicholson for 3, though, and that will be short. Sanford, Nicholson, and they tie it up, and the ball is going to be Westminster's.
Well, you can see the youth right there with Westminster. Vashon, I'm sorry. You can see the youth. I mean, you get the ball, you don't have to put it on the ground. He had a nice little just jumper right there in the middle. He tried to attack the basket, get tied up. Good defense by Westminster.
Westminster early here in the fourth quarter.
Look for backdoor cuts from Westminster. Some back picks and backdoor cuts.
Definitely what they're looking for right now. They've had a lot of success. And Vic had it stolen away from here. Here come the Wolverines. In action. This is Kobe Williams, and he scores.
Nice job by Kobe Williams. I mean, he gets the ball, just slides right between two defenders, and just finger roll that baby off the backboard. Good job.
Westminster back on top by 4. Under 6 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Vashon with the basketball. Vashon looking for some movement and cuts. Here's Nick. He goes in, and they're going to call that one.
Yeah, I wonder who they call that one on.
I thought maybe Vic might have gotten it.
Yeah, I don't know who they call that one on. Are they calling it on Vic? I mean, going in here, let me see. Nah, that was a close call. I don't know if I call that one.
So Nicholson at the line. Good on the shot. 2-point game. 5:30 to go in the fourth quarter.
Oh, wide open.
Kobe Williams.
Oh, man. That's not normal for him to miss that kind of wide open shot. Kobe Williams had a nice, easy shot. I think it was so wide open, he couldn't believe it.
I was going to ask you, were you surprised he had that much space
to
work with?
I was. I mean, he's one of the top guns, and he can make those shots right there in that right in the area, the free throw area. He should have been knocked that down.
And Stovall's going to get called for traveling. Looked like a little bit of indecisiveness that time on the part of the Wolverines.
Yeah, no question about it. I think when the game gets tight, this is when, you can't say veteran players because all of them are young players, you know what I'm saying? So how do you say a veteran player?
So we get a timeout, 4:58 to go in the fourth quarter. This one, 2-point game, tight game, anybody's ball game right now. Westminster with a 2-point lead. They've got to be feeling really good about what they've been able to do today coming into the Vashon and playing the way they have.
Well, what did you say? Who did you tell me you talked to earlier?
the head coach Ribble, Dale Ribble.
Okay, you talked to Coach Dale, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coach Dale knew he had a very good team.
Mm-hmm.
He came down to play Vashon to make a statement. You beat us in the state championship. You lucky you guys are now 4A and we're 5A. You're lucky because we got the team. We're 23-1. You're 19-3. I don't care if you have not lost anybody in the state of Missouri. We want to come to your house and take your cookies. That's what they look at. That's the mindset.
That's what they look at that?
Yeah, that's his mindset.
And, of course, not going to get a better game probably before heading into district, too,
No.
if you're Westminster, right?
And this is the environment. This is the kind of the quality of team. You got a great coach. You know, that's what you want to do. You got great coaches, great environment, great opportunity, great competitiveness. You can ask for a better situation to get you ready for your run to state.
No question about it. So 4 minutes and 58 seconds to go. Westminster with the basketball and a 2-point lead.
It's going to be interesting to see if Vashon come on the trap. That was a great trap opportunity right there for Vashon.
Kobe Williams going inside, and he's fouled. He's just so good at drawing that foul, DJ.
Yeah, he really is. He really is. I mean, his ball handling skill and his ability to be elusive. Watch this. See how he fake it? Ball handle, and then goes right into the person. That's very, very good on his part.
And the first one comes up short. Kobe's next one. And you talked about it, DJ. If there's any part of Kobe Williams' game that he probably wants to, improve upon, it would probably be his free throw shooting.
Yeah, I mean, that was big free throws he missed. I mean, you can go at 4 points. 4 points in this environment and against this team or one another. I mean, that's equivalent to 10 points to me. Because it's hard getting points.
Down the stretch, absolutely.
Both teams are playing extended defense, playing great defense. The crowds are in the game. This, you can ask for a better opportunity.
And from the corner, the three ball will come up short from Hill. Wildcats to bring it back. Talk about some of the guard play. I mean, you see Kobe as they get the foul inside going to Thompson inside. Caleb Thompson picks up the foul. He'll get to the line. But we saw a very good guard in Brian Taylor last night at the Smetny. You come back and you see Kobe Williams here. This is a good guard play around
it's very good guard play around this Metro East area. And you know what? I think sometimes, we forget that. I mean, because, we hotbed for football. But basketball, we got some great players playing all over the country, playing in the NBA. I mean, that comes out of Missouri, and that's something we all should be proud of. We are a quality mecca of sports.
No doubt about that. Shot is missed. Nicholson will bring it back for Vashon.
You can see, when you look at Vashon, you can see the youthness, the immaturity of how they play. Coming down the stretch, making a lot of bad passes, bad decisions. It's not a veteran team. It's a young team, but you better believe they're going to be pretty good in the next few years.
And we get the whistle. I'm going to call that one on Williams, I believe. And it'll get Vashon to the line for a 1-and-1 here with Nicholson. And I know you have the numbers on Nicholson. He shoots very well from the free throw line, DJ. Jaden Nicholson, free throw percentage.
Yeah, Jay Nicholson is a very good free throw shooter. I'll get you those numbers in a minute for you. But I tell you what, you can see the just how they playing at a high level. He's a 75% free throw shooter. And you can see the intensity level with just 3 minutes to go in this game. Down by 2. Shooting the second end of a 1-and-1. This is the big shot.
It's the shooter's roll to go. It's a 1-point game now. 3:42 to go in the fourth quarter.
Yes.
Oh, almost a quick hand there by Trey Williams. Trey's been kind of quiet today. He's normally, like you say, right in the midst of things too for the Vashon Wolverines. They have done a good job of keeping him in check tonight. A lot of credit to Westminster there.
And you see Vashon has extended their defense, making it difficult to get an inbound pass in there.
Here comes E.J. Williams right to the hole.
Well, that's a big miss right there.
Brings it back. Nice spin move, and Hill with the spin move, and that will get him to the line.
Yeah, no, it didn't get him to the line. I thought that was a foul.
Was it
I really did. Yeah, let me see that. If we can see that play again. Watch this here, Kevy. He goes to the hole. Let me see. Did he get him at all?
I thought he got him with the
wow,
left
I thought he
hand.
got him with the hand, but I guess he didn't. Oh, or they said the ball was part of the hand.
Okay.
The hand is part of the ball.
Here's Trey Williams for three and missed that one. And it's a battle up there as they were battling with Austin Vick.
Well, Trey Williams, number one, hit some big threes against Vashon, against East St. Louis last weekend. Trey Williams did not set his feet. He got the ball. He just turned around and just shot the ball without setting his feet. So that three-pointer, he had no ability to make that three-pointer because he wasn't setting, wasn't squared up. That's why he didn't make the shot. He had time. There was no one pressure on him. They need to take their time and understand that you have time to shoot it.
First shot is missed, too, from Austin Vick.
And you know one thing you always hear, games are won at the free throw line.
And Westminster in the bonus, so two shots, both of them missed by Vick. Nicholson, the fadeaway, gets it.
Boy, that's a tough shot by Nicholson. I did not think he's going to make that shot, but that was a tough, difficult shot.
And is it going to be 5?
Yeah, 5 seconds. That's good extended defense. Yeah, that's good extended defense. Watch this here, man. Watch out, Vashon. Oh, watch the shot. Nicholson, he squares up. Man, that's a tough shot. Man in your face. Wow, it wasn't man down, hand down. It was a man in your face, and he still was able to knock it down. Big-time shot.
Big-time shot. 1 point lead, 2:54. Wolverines with a 1 point lead and the basketball. They tied it at the 3:16 mark of the third quarter, and it's been back and forth since then.
Well, if I'm Tony, if I'm Coach Irons,
Three-pointer.
yo, man, that shows you right there the immaturity of the Vashon basketball team, because that was not necessary to shoot that ball like that. I mean, we're not looking at heroes, we're looking at a winner. We need to win a game. If I was Vashon, I know they don't play like I would coach. I would have taken their team out and made them come out and play against us. That's what I would have done.
Here's a quick shot. Oh, and the shot goes down. Kobe Williams got the roll.
Well, big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Kobe Williams, he's a big-time player.
That's it. Boy, he needed that one. That was a big-time shot there.
Oh, man, that was a nice one. We knew it was going to go down to the wire. This is no surprise where we are.
So you have to really value the ball. I think that's what you were talking about last time, DJ.
No question about it. We don't have to be a hero. We need to win the game. That's what I'm talking about. Got to get a good, clear shot and make the shot rather than forcing it.
1:30 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Vashon trying to work.
Great defense when you talk about Westminster stepping up, making defense. Oh, they stepping up. The defense is strong.
So Coach Irons going to take a timeout. Westminster giving you some different looks. They box in one, and then they also go back to the man in kind of a matchup zone, DJ.
No doubt about it, because let's watch this last shot that they hit. I mean, you talk about making a shot. Look at this. When the game is on the line, you got to have a big-time player making the plays. That was a beautiful shot.
And I guess,
great job.
I guess he didn't mind taking that shot either like that. You have to be a player that wants to take that shot in that situation.
No question about it. Well, when we came in, the beginning of the game, we say Kobe Williams is a big-time player who can make big-time plays in big-time games, and he made a big-time play. Now, if I was Vashon before Kobe came down and hit the shot, what I'm going to do, I'm going to set myself and take our time. I'm going to force Westminster to come out and play. Now we got some backdoor cuts. We can do backdoor screens, things like that. But when you take a three unnecessarily, it makes put a lot of pressure on you, because when you miss it, the team, Westminster, gets it, come down the basket, come down the court, and hits a basket. That's why you got to be deliberate on your decisions when the game is on the line.
No question about it. 120, and I think you talked about it numerous times today, DJ. That's something that will certainly come as you have a lot of these sophomores and juniors playing. As they go on and play and develop in Coach Iron's system, they'll be able to make those decisions that he wants.
This Vashon team is going to be very difficult to beat a year from now. I mean, if everybody stay intact, everything stay the same, it ain't going to be very difficult to beat.
120
because they're young.
No doubt. 1 point lead, Vashon trailing it by one, and they have the basketball. 19 fouls on Westminster. Next one, and Vashon will be in the bonus.
Yeah, if I'm Vashon, I got to attack the basket, because if we miss, I got to have some time to be able to get another shot.
Battle for it, and they call a tie-up. As, boy, there was some contact underneath there.
Now, that was just good basketball right there. If we can see that again, that was good basketball. It was not a foul. Watch this shot right here. Both of them going up for it. Oh, man, that's good basketball. I mean, that was a good basketball play. And I know some of the Westminster fans that say, oh, that's a home call. No, that was a very good basketball play. Both guys going up for the ball. The Vashon player very aggressively gets it and ties them up. That was the key component, Vashon getting possession of the ball.
E.J. Williams and De'Ara Hill of Vashon going after the ball. Like you said, both players just trying to get the rebound.
Yeah, and you got to understand, people are going to be thinking that way. Everybody thinking because you want your team to win. But overall, this has been a pretty good officiated game. You know what I'm saying? And I've been in games and situations where the calls have been just one-sided. But when you look at the number of fouls, this game is pretty balanced in the call of the fouls.
And of course, we get the advantage of getting to look at the replays, like on the offensive foul that we saw. And truly, the officials got it right.
Yeah, no question about it. The officials on top of the game, they've really called a really, really good game. Normally, a home team, particularly a good home team, you go to Westminster House or anybody's home, they get a little edgy calls.
Home cooking. Right?
Yeah, but, this game has been called, I got to say it's been called pretty consistently. Did they call hold on someone? Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
And that's going to be a foul, and that's going to put
Kennard, and he's going to shoot. He's shooting two.
And Davis Jr. will be on the line. And
he's a 73% free throw shooter. But you know what they say, man? When pressure can bust pipes.
52.1 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. Kennard Davis Jr. at the line now for the Wolverines.
You can tell we're playing out of Vashon home because nobody's saying hardly anything. It's kind of quiet in here.
A lot different than last year, shooting into that East St. Louis student section.
No question about it. Yeah, I'm just curious. I wonder what the officials are saying to the guys. Hey, let's just play ball. It's been I'm telling you, it's been, to me, a very good officiated game.
Yes. Big time free throw. He ties the game up with that one.
Now, if I'm Vashon, if I'm Coach Irons, if I hit this, I'm putting full court pressure on him. I'm going to force him to make some mistakes. I'm going to try to keep the ball out of Kobe Williams' hand. I don't want him touching the ball. Anybody else can touch it but him.
Now one-sided, Kobe's had trouble from the free throw line tonight too as well.
No question about it. I'm telling my guys, move your feet. Let's play good defense. We can win this thing. This is typical. Oh, wow. Here you go.
Three ball coming from
Bam!
Knocks it down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big time shot. Yes, sir. Big time shot, baby. Woo! Kaysen and Lawrence, baby. A big time three.
Here's Lawrence with a shot. And pick the rebound. Wow.
Yes, sir. Folks, when you're talking about the game is on the line, the defender falls down. Kaysen Lawrence, look at this. Bam! Big time player making a big time play in a big time game. Oh, my goodness.
Had some NBA range.
Oh,
on
he shot that baby from half court, y'all. You had to see this one. Woo! Look at that. He gets it. He did not hesitate, and he knew it was good. When he dropped it, he fell back real smoothly. Oh, boy, that's a big one.
On the shot. Why these fans from Westminster, boy, I tell you, they're really feeling it now, DJ, right?
No doubt about it. I think this is Westminster house today, y'all. I have never seen an opposing team have this big fan in a Vashon Wolverines arena. I've never seen this before.
Here's the key shot right here from Vic. I mean, it's a one possession. You know,
this is big right here.
Oh, wow. It rattled around.
Oh, it did everything it had to do, and it got in there. Oh, my goodness. I don't know, baby. They may have the trifecta going here, y'all. Oh, my goodness.
Boy, that was something. It bounced around,
bounced around, rolled around, danced around, and dropped in. Oh, my goodness.
So now it is a 4-point game, 20.4 seconds. So if you're Tony Armstrong, do you need the three right now, DJ? Do you need the three?
Yes. Yes. If I'm Tony Armstrong, I got to get a three. You get two, then you got to foul them. If they hit it, then they hit one free throw, still going to need the three. So I'm going to get the ball down the court fast. I'm going to try to hit a three. If you miss the three, it's over.
So you can look for Nicholson. Trey Williams hasn't hit one. Like, he hasn't had his typical Trey Williams type game. He can shoot the three ball, though.
Yeah, I mean, he really can. You got to do some back screens, double picks, get somebody open to shoot that ball. Oh, man, this has been great. I mean, Westminster, folks, if you have not seen them play, now you can see they are for real. Coming into the Vashon Wolverine house, 23-1, questioning, are they serious? Are they for real? Is it a fluke? No. Westminster is real, folks.
Kaysen Lawrence had ice in his veins on that last three
He
points, right?
shot it like it was hot, folks. Oh, my goodness, and fell back on it when he shot it.
So Vashon with the ball.
You got to get this shot up. Going too late.
Gonna
too slow.
Here's Davis with it. Oh,
too
it goes
slow.
up and no
That's
call.
That's it. That should do it.
Put it up.
That should do it.
And we get a whistle. Wow, down to 7.2. So they didn't play it the way we thought. They didn't go for the three. They were trying to
going for the two, and then they would have the foul. I'm not going for the two. I mean, they're going to have to foul immediately. But you know what? It would take a miracle for this game now, for Vashon to win this game with 7.2 seconds to go, down by 4 points. It would take a miracle.
Oh, here we are with the shot. Oh, and they got the roll there. Do you try to miss it, D, and maybe get the three
No,
out?
because you can steal an inbound.
Okay.
So you have an opportunity to steal an inbound pass or get a 5-second delay. So I'm going to hit it. Now I got to call my defense. I got to get my defenders in there, and we got to make sure we try to stop anybody from getting that ball.
So they got to get it inbound. It's 7.2 seconds. They get in, they foul quickly. 5 seconds. And they foul. And there you see the young man with the big shot, Kaysen Lawrence, number 22, hit that big-time shot, and he can shoot it. And, well, he came into this ball game, DJ, tied in the area with the most three-point field goals, 91. He's hit 2 tonight, so he's got at least 93 right now.
And then he's a 70% free throw shooter, so it makes it even better. And now these guys, sometimes these three-point specialists like he is, miss free throws. Yeah. But today he said, I'm not missing it, big fella.
He looked at that one like he did that three.
Oh, he did. Right? I mean, he's leading the area three-point field goals. That's the guy you needed to find.
Wow.
I mean, you got to understand who's out there.
Wow.
And he shot that easily, too. Yeah, this thing is over.
4 points. Vashon's got to work quick. Long three-pointer. That's going to do it. Time runs out. And the Westminster Wildcats come into Vashon and defeat the Wolverines by 4, 39-35. A great win for Westminster. And what can you say, DJ?
Well, I can say
played.
this. Westminster has completed the trifecta. I mean, think about it. They beat who? Chaminade. They beat CBC. Now they just came into the V House and walked out as a victory. That is big time. Westminster's serious. I will be very surprised and disappointed if Westminster don't continue to move on and win a state championship. This is a very good team, well-coached team, well-disciplined. And the thing I'm really impressed with Westminster, they understand their roles in situations. They know who should shoot the ball. Think about it. The one who shot the ball to win the winning shot was Casey Lawrence, right? Because guess what? He's the three-point expert, and they knew it. He shot the ball like it was nothing, and that's the thing you got to appreciate.
And again, for the most part in the first half, the Wolverines kind of kept him in check, but when the game was on the line, you always say big-time players
make big-time plays in big-time games, and he was able to do that. He was able to get an opening. When he got that opening, he shot the ball and was able to knock it down, and that's what it's all about. When you're in that position, when it's time for them to call your number, you're that kind of player. Casey Lawrence is that kind of player. Casey, he made a big-time shot, and he shot that baby almost from half court.
I
mean, folks, when you watch him shooting the ball, it was shot almost from half court.
And it was nothing but
beautiful.
net.
No, it was beautiful. And then he wanted to be fouled. He gets fouled, and guess what? Then he knocks down the free throws like it was nothing. That was a great performance by this Westminster team. And if you have not had an opportunity to see Westminster play, now you see they are for real. This is a for real team.
A lot of credit, too, to Vashon for coming back, because if you go back and you look at it, Vashon trailed since early in the first quarter up to the 3:16 point of the third quarter to tie the game, and then we just had that battle like a heavyweight fight in the fourth quarter.
No question about it. Vashon did what they had to do to get back into the game. They got back into the game. They played hard. They made some things happen. But you got to get a resilience to Westminster, because Westminster continued to do what they had to do, and they made plays when they had to make plays. And that's the turn, and that's the identity of a good team, making plays and making shots when it's important. They did exactly what they needed to do in a clutch situation, and guess what? They knew who to make the shots and who was going to take the shots. That was big-time playing by Westminster.
Actually, this win here tonight for Westminster, did they send a message to the entire state of Missouri in Class 5?
I think they did. I mean, the way they've been playing all year, that message was already sent. What they did, they validated that message.
Validated it. Everybody better look out for them.
Yeah, they validated the message that, it's time for us to be who we are and what we can do. So you're right. They wanted everyone to know, hey, we're real. We're serious. We wanted to come in the house. And they think about this. They called Vashon and said, we want to come to your home. We don't want to. We ain't asking for a home and home. We're not asking for a home and home. We're asking to come in and do our thing. That's what they're saying.
They wanted to play. They wanted to play. Yeah, that great time. And their fans, I tell you what, DJ, their fans, as you can see them leaving they're watching our broadcast now. They have a lot of fun.
Hey, man, I'm looking at how Westminster came out and they played this game. I mean, they played the game at a high level. They made shots. They did the things they had to do in the crucial times. That's what you want. You want them to be able to make those kind of plays and do those kind of things when it's time to do it.
No question about it.
And they did.
And I think as we saw last night, we saw Brian Teller, great guard. I tell you what, this Kobe Williams, again, everything that was advertised about him, we saw it.
The thing I think needs to happen, I think what needs to happen is that we need to respect what we see. When we see those kind of things, we can get it done. You know what I'm saying? You're able to do that. You got to make sure that you're in a position to get things done. You feel me?
I'm totally feeling you on that, and I might be feeling some things here at Vashon as well, too. Maybe it's time to go, right?
I think they just turned out the lights on us, big man.
Right.
They just turned the lights out on us, folks. They saying, hey, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here. I mean, it was light, and now it's dark.
It's dark.
And that's some type of biblical saying,
Right.
let me see light. Yeah, and now.
Well, as we get ready to wrap things up, I just asked you for a thought. For Tony Irons and Vashon, what's moving forward is they got to get ready for District 2 now, DJ.
Well, this was good. This was good for Tony Irons because, I mean, when you play in these kind of environments and these kind of games, I mean, it just gets you ready. I mean, it's not going to really change anything. It's just going to change the way you're thinking, how things going, and just that mental, fortitude. Can you come back from a loss like this, particularly this being the only loss that you've had in the state of Missouri? But this Westminster team is really good, folks.
Really good, right?
You never had a chance to see these young men play. They're really good. That 23-1 record, they really are 23-1. You can see some teams
16 straight too,
yeah,
DJ.
23-1, and that really 23-1.
Right.
16 straight wins coming to Vashon. Call Vashon, say we want to play you. Don't worry about it home and home. Let's play. Let's put the chips on the floor. And they did it. Congratulations to Westminster. Great job.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Dale Ribble. He's got himself a ball club, and they got a great mix of the seniors along with those juniors, and they just have a great mix there.
Right. It was a really, really good job. Really proud to see what happened. Good game. Great fan base. It was excellent.
All right, DJ, it's been fun and enjoyed it. Boy, with two great games this weekend, DeSmet and SLU, and now we come back with Westminster and Vashon, two outstanding games here. And again, a special thanks to all of our friends listening on Hot 104.1 and 96.3 R&B for the Lou, taking it in as well.
No doubt about it. Zulu Sports and Demetrious Johnson, DJ Foundation TV, boy, they bring in some action. Great job by our class, man. Think about our cast.
Absolutely.
Ed.
Yeah. And our guys. Ahmad, Cameron, Ahmad and Cameron.
Yeah, Des. It's been great.
It's great effort by the entire crew. And I tell you, they were getting the shots, and we saw them all night. So that's going to wrap things up for us here at Vashon. For Demetrious Johnson, I'm Kevin Pulley, saying we hope you enjoyed it as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you and being part of it. Again, the final score tonight, the Wildcats of Westminster come into Vashon, and they defeat and knock off the Wolverines 39-35. We say good night from Vashon High School.